Spencer, a narrow 2-1 defeat here at Chesham. Do you feel we got what we deserved today?
It's a really good question. I believe the better team lost. However, we lost to a side that wanted it more. So I'm sort of contradicting myself. It's not a coincidence. Enfield away, Aveley away, St Albans away, here away. We don't have the heart to get the bare minimum, and the bare minimum we deserved was a draw. I thought the officials were diabolical. It's a stonewall penalty to us at 1-1. Arms all over our guys, clear as you like. Fourth agreed. Ref doesn't give it. He gave far too many homer decisions. I thought it was very poor. Second half couldn't even add on the time at the end. Very poor. But more importantly, I think, is that this is a consistent weakness we have, where we've come one goal short. With the greatest respect to the side we should have beat. I thought the first 30 minutes were one of the best starts to a games we've had, but we concede an abysmal goal. First time they get in our box besides long throws, and the centre forward just walks between my two centre halves and heads it in the back of the net. And I thought we started really well, hit the post, great goal. Other chances on an impossible pitch, quite frankly, that I don't want to be disrespectful to wonderful people they have here, but the pitch is a disgrace. We talk about the National League South being a great division. This shouldn't be happening here. I mean, this is not right at all. People have to look at facilities, and and I accept it's so difficult with the weather, but with the great respect, if you've got a huge squad, then you need to put some more money into the pitch rather than such a huge squad. It's just lumpball. But you saw the heart of Chesham, to be honest. They're singing in the dressing room. My kids are sitting there, dumbfaced. Thought the centre halves were both very poor. My goalkeeper's thrown in the winner, and that's been coming. He keeps wanting to come out of his goal, getting busy. He's put his hands up to it, but it's a shocker. So both goals are abysmal again. And we haven't been ruthless enough on such a difficult pitch. As I said, I thought the first 30 minutes we were fantastic. We got absolutely nothing from the referee, and again, I will put in a report that will deal with that. Whether that comes to anything, I doubt it, but there we go. And we should have come away with at least a point. But congratulations to Chesham, who, the stoppages really broke up all the momentum we had, and we certainly wish, particularly Ryan Upward, all the best. That looks a horror. So, our thoughts with him. And congratulations to Chesham, because they wanted more and they waited for our mistake and they took it. I mean, I don't think they've had another real attempt, but that's a stonewall penalty. But we've not done enough. It sounds. We were the better side. We played all the football. Not that there was that much of it, but it was a test that yet again we failed. And I've just said it to the players. It is a consistent thing that we've lost to sides that, with the greatest respect, have been far lower than us in the division until today. And it's something that I have to take responsibility for, and will, because there's too many of those players who think they've cracked this and they're going to be here next year or wherever they think they're going to be. They're not with us. Not enough, I'm afraid. Poor again, two absolute gifts, and feel very sorry for our supporters, because we started the game on fire on, as I said, an almost impossible pitch, but we've come away with nothing again.
One of the positives today was Richard Chin's goal. What did you make of his strike?
Yeah, it was great, but he had two other great chances after that, and one's in the car park and one's up the hills in Amersham. Look, but he tired, everyone tired. Reggie Young was ill, yesterday and Thursday, so he did really well to play. We had to change the shape today. We were back four because of the pitch, and we knew that they would smash everything long, and they're a big, strong, experienced side. And second half, there wasn't much in it, but first half we were head and shoulders the best side. And second half, we've had more attempts, but it's very difficult to get clean attempts. So worst case, you come away with a 1-1. Worst case, that's what you do. You come away 1-1. It felt like a pre-season game. There was no atmosphere. Worst case, we come away 1-1, and yet again, Enfield, it's not a penalty, but that should have been 0-0. St Albans, 12 attempts to 3, we lose 1-0. Aveley, 1-0 up with 7 minutes to go, we lose 2-1. These consistent stories. Is it the fact that we're very young? Yes, it is. Again, the average age out there today was, very, very young, but as a group, we're not doing enough, and that's experience. As I said, I thought Lexus in particular with Jack today, they were very poor, and Robbo didn't help either. It was both goals are abysmal. So, You know, we've gone back to doing that. We knew this was a challenge this week. Last week we were fantastic. And I have to learn the lessons of the players that cannot do this type of game. We'd like to have a bigger squad. I'd like to have a more experienced squad, but we're not in that level. But there are players that are showing me that they're not good enough consistently to take us to the next level, and some harsh decisions will have to be made.
And you mentioned the supporters earlier. Have you got a message for them after 4 quite long away games?
Yeah, they've been brilliant. You know, the hard money they're playing, and you know, I think we showed today, certainly in the first half, you know, what a great team on such a difficult pitch. At the moment, we've had a terrible year with officials. That's not even over. I'm still battling that as well, away from the club. And again today, I felt that just pretty much every home decision, it was just ridiculous. I mean, even the head injury outside the box, and we're inside the box with the ball, and you know, I have no problem stopping for the head injury, but it's outside the box, which means we get the ball, not give it back to them. But the penalty's the big one. You know, he's all over him. It's easiest penalty you're going to see. Don't give it. And too much has been home performances, as in officials, and we'll just put in the report and see if it comes to anything. But nearly every manager says the same after every game. The standards haven't been particularly good. It's not enough to distract from the fact we haven't won the game. We've not got enough quality at the moment. We've not got enough talking. It's very quiet side. And as I said, we can be very, very good, but we're showing where we are. And I think that's probably the most important thing I learn, is that we're not going to just rinse and repeat this next year. We need somehow to find the finances, the players to take us to the next level, and that is super difficult in such a strong financial division, where at the moment I'm speaking to so many managers and almost laughing with the players they're being quoted, and I'm like, well, we just have to wait, because we've got no chance of competing with those numbers. But there's no point just going on again with the same. It's not been good enough. So, you know, to be halfway in the table for me is not acceptable. That's certainly what my, you know, heart's saying. I'm fuming, and thank you so much to the fans for the travelling. I'm fuming, you know, end of season or not. And yeah, we can laugh and joke about it. I'm fuming because that's just happened again. It's rinse and repeat. But obviously at this stage of the season, there's very little you can do about it, almost nothing. And as I said, I thought the first 30 minutes we were fantastic, but we come away with nothing again.
And just finally, we move on to Bath at home on Friday. What kind of game are you expecting?
I think with the way we're playing at the moment, we're going to get battered these last 3 games. That's the truth. I mean, I see Hampton have won 5-0, Maidstone have promoted. We're not good enough at the moment. We have moments. Bath are flying. They've just drawn with Dorking. They've just won 5-0 last time. New manager, had a real turnaround. We've got to do it for our fans. I'm desperate to be at home. Our away performances have not been bad at all. You know, again, it's a 1-goal defeat through an absolute horror of a mistake. I mean, Jack's just got to wait for the ball to roll back into his box and pick it up. But why has he come flying out on an awful pitch? I mean, you know, he's put his hands up to it, but it's been coming, that decision. So we've got 2 home games and a local game. Make no mistake, I'm spitting. I'm not sure a few of our players are, and that's something I may have to look at for the next couple of games. But we're going to work really, really hard to finish this last 3 games and give our fans, you know, something to be pleased about. Because last week we were fantastic, should have scored 7 or 8 first 30 minutes today, but it's not enough. And I'm fuming with any defeat, whether it's the end of the season in a dead rubber or pre-season game. We need to make progress, and clearly against, I don't know what time could be fair to say what I'm saying about the sides I've mentioned, to come away with no points in those games is not good enough.
Okay, thanks Spencer, and good luck for next week.
Thanks, Dom.